Hey, how is it going, guys? This is Karan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to go to Duna in Kerbal Space Program. So first things first, I have the MechJeb mod installed. It's a very useful mod. I'll have the link in the description below. It helps us to calculate a lot of things, but the main thing I used this for was to calculate the delta V. To go to Duna, you need about 7600 of total delta V, which I easily have in my ship here. You can see that I have used 5 big mainsail engines and the lander section. One important thing to note is that you need to put solar panels on the lander section. I didn't put it, so it caused me a lot of trouble later on. But you can see that we are ready to launch. Everything's ready. We have struts in place, a lot of them, for structural support. So here we are already launched. I didn't want to bore you with that whole launch sequence. We just want to get into orbit now. Normal equatorial orbit, nothing special. You can see that the MechJeb mod calculates your delta V as you are burning. That's really good. I have all 3 of my normal pilots on board: Furbo, Bob and Tankal. I think Tankal and Bob are the pilots and Furbo is the scientist. No. Tankal is the pilot, Bob is the scientist, Furbo is the engineer. Yeah, that's the correct thing, I guess. So you can see that we've begun a gravity turn. Alright, so we are reaching our apoapsis of 70,000. Just waiting to reach there to burn prograde to get an periapsis around Kerbin, an orbit around Kerbin, I should say. Just waiting. And you can see that 4 of our engines have very little fuel, and the one in the middle has a reasonable amount. So you can see that we actually overshot our apoapsis, but we're gonna continue with the burn anyway, burning all 5 engines. And you can see how that circle is just growing. So here we are, reaching our apoapsis once again. Just waiting, time warping. And we have reached our apoapsis, so we're just gonna burn prograde any second now. Yeah, we're burning prograde with the 1 remaining engine. I forgot to put hydraulics on the 4 engines. I've actually put them, but it's very risky. I don't know, what if it crashes into the remaining part? So I decided to just leave the carcasses of the 4 engines there. So you can see that we have got a good orbit around Kerbin. Now it's a time to to catch up with Duna. So for this you need Duna to be ahead of you, because it's going slower than you, as it is farther away from this from Kerbal. Kerbal, that's the sun of Kerbal, of the solar system, right? So you need it to be ahead of you. So you can see that we're just trying to get encounter with Duna, and you can see we have got something there. Oh, that's just the ascending node, so we need a much more of a burn. And you can see those 2 rectangular structures coming together, closer, and that's as close. And we have an encounter with Duna. That's really good. On our first try we got that, so very happy with that. And you can see that's almost 1000 meter per second of delta V that we need. And you can see that I'm just looking how much delta V is left in the 1 engine. It's only about 250 delta V. So I think I am going to to separate from this one engine. So a little fuel got wasted, but that doesn't matter. So we have separated from that engine, from the launch section I should say, and we have an encounter with Duna. That's really good. Bye bye launch section. So we are here now and we have begun our burn. I'm just gonna speed this up because it was a long burn. I think it was about 1 minute. I don't know. That doesn't sound long when I say it, but it seems really long while playing. Just burning. You can see that all three of our pilots are very excited, especially Forbo. He's raising his hand quite a lot. I don't know why. So you can see that we still have some time left. Bob is dancing. Alright, so we are close and I just ignore that 3.6 meter per second of delta V. So you can see that our closest approach it's really close but not close enough. So we are going to rectify that while near Duna. Oh no, actually we are going to rectify it now, because you can see that I put another maneuver node to get it as close as possible. 200 meter per second of delta V. And yes, our closest approach is 140. We're still burning ever so slightly. 88, 83, 82, 81. We're still burning, so that's still decreasing our separation. $63 now, and that's as close as I can get to Duna. So you can see that we have reached Duna, but our inclination is off the charts. But it doesn't matter, we still have a collision course with Duna. I did that by burning retrograde when we reached an orbit around Duna, no matter what the angle. So you can see that we have a collision course and we're still 31 days behind from reaching Duna. You can see EK, that's the moon of Duna. It's actually the Duna to EK ratio is actually quite a lot, isn't it? It's probably 1/3 or 1/4 the size of Duna. That's good. You can see the polar ice caps of Duna. I really like those. It looks like the topping on an ice cream? Yeah. Topping on a chocolate ice cream. No, I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, forget that. You can see that another thing to remember. Click on your parachute and on the altitude put it as maximum, because Duna has many mountains and stuff, and the altimeter won't recognize those mountains as when you come above the mountains, it won't recognize. It will just show 3,000 meters or whatever. So if you put your the altitude at which your parachute deploys at 5,000. You can see that we're burning. We are closing in at 1,200 meter per second. That's a worrying number. And you can see the wisps of gas of heat on the capsule, and you can see that a parachute has deployed. All 3 parachutes. You can see how rapidly our speed has decreased. It's at 50 meter per second now. And this was me just getting some screenshots. It looks superb, this Duna ground, doesn't it? The red planet on Kerbal Space Program. All the 3 Kerbals are also very happy. So you can see that we are still descending towards the Dunan surface, and I try to time warp, but this warning arrives. It says that it can disable the structural stability of our ship, but I ignore that because it was just too slow. We're still descending, and I start to burn my engine because I see that the surface is closing, and it's much closer than I expected it to be. And I increase my throttle because I'm scared now. It's still at 20 meter per second, and the Dunan gravity is so strong that the small interval at which I stop my engine, it increases my speed so much right now that I actually land lopsided. What a shame. But if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Bye.